We're just sitting here in the truck right now at the Loves in Macon, 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 Macon. I don't know how you say it. I think it's called Macon, Georgia. Macon or Coon Con. I don't know. The way I want to read it and the way everyone else pronounces it around here are two different things. I'm right down from the Tyson DC that's down here, and my load apparently isn't going to be done until 3 a.m. So I figured I would go live, talk about a few things, um, mostly about how I kind of want to quit trucking. What's up, Ryan Sims? Um, yeah, I'm not too. I don't know. Today was a pretty shitty day driving over here. Um, taking 75 over here, and then taking I think I took 85 over into, right. That sounds right. 85 into Atlanta, or right around Atlanta. And I don't know. I had a couple run-ins with a few retarded truck drivers. We'll just put it that way. And I don't know. It just made me think about the industry, about where things are going, how bad things are right now. And yeah, I'm kind of like, I would say, mentally drained with trucking right now. Um, it's one reason why my YouTube channel hasn't really been doing good either here lately. It just, there ain't anything good really to talk about. Um, money wise, I've been doing pretty good, but like I've always said here, that I pretty much work to pay everybody else's mortgage. All right, I work to pay whoever. I guess whoever receives the money here for from Pat Car Financial and all that. Um, I work to pay their mortgage. Uh, I work to pay the credit cards, with their mortgage and everything else. And I don't know. I'm just kind of getting tired and fed up with just the general atmosphere of trucking here lately. Just sitting here at this Loves and watching guys throw piss bottles out and trash, because I'm sitting here. You probably can't see because the sun's so damn bright, but I'm sitting right in front of the pumps here, along with I don't know, like I guess you want to call it the bobtail fleet. There has to be at least 20 or 30 bobtails parked over here. So I don't know if they're all waiting on Tyson loads. I imagine KLLM over here probably is, but we got KLLM, we got JR Shugel. I don't ever see them pull Tyson, so I don't know. And then we got, your typical Amazon and all that, Amazon fleet bobtails. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just like I said, just fed up with trucking anymore. Uh, the way I feel anymore about trucking is I feel like I'm stuck in this little box. And I guess that what really probably is bringing this up here lately is the truck payment. Feeling like I can't ever take weeks off, because what happened was last week, well, not last week, but about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had my daughter's birthday, I had my wife's birthday, and I had my son's birthday all in the same month. And she actually planned like legitimate birthday parties for them, for my daughter and for my son. My son had his birthday party at Canobles. If anybody knows what Canobles is, it's a theme park out there in Pennsylvania. It's out there in the mountains. I suggest, if you ever are near Canobles or near, I guess, central Pennsylvania, at least look it up. It's a beautiful theme park. A lot of old turn of the century rides. They have wooden roller coasters. It's pretty much built into the mountains and in the woods. Yeah, yeah, there you go, Christian Roberts. Yeah, I have a second mortgage to pay off. Um, I don't have a mortgage. That's the only good thing about it. If I had a mortgage, I probably would even feel worse about, than how I feel. The house I bought, well, we'll just go right into it. Prior to buying the single wide house, or whatever you want to call it, I guess half a double that I bought in Coal Town, PA, if you want to call it that. Um, I'll get back to Canobles in a second. We had about $60,000 in cash that me and the missus ended up putting together, and we found a manufacturer home builder that supposedly had land and the yeah, I know I need to shave. I need to find a barber is what I need to find. It's a little hard to do that when on the road. Um, if I was doing spot market freight and didn't have a 4,500 a month truck payment and stuff, I could probably just take my time and go where I wanted to do. Oh, you don't have to retract that. You're right. I do need to shave. I know that. Oh, you didn't miss anything, Chief Freight Hauler. I was just getting into, I guess I was getting into a little bit about the mortgage because, let's see, Christian said, I'm paying off a second mortgage here. I don't have a mortgage. Luckily, I paid cash for the Pennsatucky house I have, like a little coal town house. But prior to that, I ended up getting ripped off by a home builder that apparently basically stole somebody else's license and was using it. I guess they forged the license because we looked up the license. The license was legit and everything, and we lost like $60,000 in a little Ponzi. I guess you could say it was a Ponzi scheme because he ripped off a bunch of other people and then just disappeared. I think he ended up flying out to Puerto Rico or something. But altogether, I think they said he ripped off about $380,000 or $400,000 worth of people's money. Just so happens it was $60,000 of ours. So that was the beginning of I don't know how I got into this. I guess I was talking about the mortgage, but that's how I got into having a house with no mortgage, I guess you could say. I ended up buying a house cash for like $30,000 and fixed it up. So wow, fraud in another industry besides trucking. Yeah, it's it is what it is. It happens a lot up in the Poconos actually. Um, home builders and stuff, they do it a lot up there. Apparently it's a pretty normal thing. The state trooper says happens every year. Somebody gets somebody. Yeah, you didn't miss nothing, Chief Freight Hauler. Toga's in the house. What's up, Toga? I'm just going to say KJ. I'm not even going to be able to try to pronounce the last part of that. Are you a trucker? Well, this is a Kenworth seat, and those are trucks. I don't know. I guess you can't see because it's too sunny still. And those are trucks out there. So, yeah, I'm going to say I'm a trucker. As much as I kind of don't want to be right now. I'm going to say slightly my mental stability here in the last couple weeks has kind of taken a hit. Like, it's just like trucking ain't fun anymore to me. It used to be fun. Like I could drive. Yeah, you put the window down, you put your hand out, and you start trucking, and everything just you're listening to music, and trucking just feels fun and exciting a little bit, just for those few minutes. And I guess I kind of lost that. I kind of lost that feeling in trucking anymore. I can't tell if it's because of the payments for the truck, the way other truckers are, because like I said, I dealt with a little bit of a trucker road rage today. I'd never had that happen before, and it made me wonder, like how much is my life worth out here? Because the guy practically almost ran me off the road, and of course, I have a camera, all right, but I can't access any of that footage. I already called in. This is probably the third time I've tried to call in access footage off of this camera, and I get the runaround from this company that I'm not allowed to just willy-nilly take video. It's a liability or whatnot. So I do have a camera set up. Somewhere over here. I do have a 3 camera set up, but I haven't put it in yet. And technically, I bought this stuff from, well, that's the tire pressure monitor. Bought this crap from China, looking on Alibaba. Yeah, it's the camera setup. All right. And, you know, you contact them, you tell them what you want, and they try to make something for you. So this is what I had made. It's just a single camera with a screen, and you hook you hook your power and your two left and right cameras up. I wanted something small. That last one I got was like 10 inches, which is too big. But I don't know. I don't even know why I'm getting it. I guess because it was sitting right here. But like I said, I can't access that camera for some reason. They won't give me the footage off of it. And because I would like to call the company, even though it's probably some no-name company, and bitch and moan. It's because truckers are too quiet. Business school, thanks. Yep, thanks. He says he loves the show. Back to Canobles. Oh, yeah, real quick, Canobles. Just look it up. You know, www.canobles.com or whatnot. It's a theme park basically built in the mountains of Pennsylvania. Like it's you know, there's trees there. It's like if you go think of Six Flags and then just get rid of all the bullshit. All right, and that's Canobles. Wooden roller coasters. Uh, I guess you could say a water park ish. Not really. It's more like a pool, a wave pool. Um, just like wholesome. It's very wholesome. You don't get the type of people that you get at Six Flags. It's clean. The rides are all old, turn of the century. There's like there's Ferris wheel. There's a Ferris wheel there from like um, the 1800s or late night or 1900s or something like that. Um, there's a roller coaster, like one of the first roller coasters ever made, which was kind of like built like rollerblades or roller skates. It doesn't exactly have a track. It's more like a large wooden roller coaster that's like bowl shaped, like a bowl, and the carts ride in that bowl. Like, like I said, it's like one of the first roller coasters ever produced. But yeah, it's like a wholesome old, theme park. Yeah, I've been to Hershey Park. Hershey's great. I've been to Hershey too. The problem with Hershey though is it just gets way too crowded. Like you literally at Hershey, you'll literally have people from around the world there. Last time I was there was a huge group from I don't know if it was Japan or China, but there was like 160 people group that were from they flew over here from overseas or whatnot. Yeah, yep, you're right. It's free. It's free. Here, another thing about Canobles, it's free to enter the park. You can get a pass. A pass, I think an all-day pass is like $30 or $35. You can get tickets. You can use tickets too, and they're good. They're good forever. The tickets you could have them from like 3 years ago, and come back with the tickets and still use them on the rides. Hey, what's up, Jerome Jones? Nothing. I don't know. I just started talking about Canobles here because my son had his birthday there, and I was just explaining to people what Canobles is. It's a theme park and whatnot. Um, but really, I don't know. Really, like I said, I kind of am mentally drained from trucking anymore. Like that's really why the channel hasn't really had a lot of vlogging going on. It's just the hours I've been working and the type of schedule I've been working has been um, shitty to say the least. Like split sleeper berths. Just I'll go get out, go for a walk, and come back, and you're just stuck. You're stuck in this truck because, especially working in the Northeast, like when I was doing spam, like when I was doing spot market freight or had the other truck and I was doing like flatbed work, when you drive across the country and drive all over the place, you get to visit. Yeah, my wife's in the chat. Um, when you drive all over the place, you get to visit the real truck stops, the nice ones, the ones where you can go to see a barber. You can sit down and eat a meal. Like when you're stuck in the Northeast running Northeast runs, you're pretty much stuck with like the shittiest of the shitty truck stops. All right. And it just you don't ever get a break, I guess you could say. You don't get the amenities. And it becomes, you become trapped in this freaking truck. Chief Freight Hauler. April. I just didn't work. I had family things to do, and I mean, I kind of got backed up with the payments and stuff, and I can defer them, but then again, I also had this pre-pass. The pre-pass took out $3,000 in April. All right, like near the end of April. I don't know why yet, because for some reason, I think. Well, it wasn't near the end of April. It was the early May. So it was like May 2nd or 3rd. And I thought it was for April, and I tried looking up the invoice, and the invoice hasn't said nothing. I called them up, and they were saying it's from past months, I guess, that they didn't bill me for some reason. So I had like a bunch of like $3,000 worth of pre-pass come out at once. And just money problems. All right, it's not really that bad, but I'm also dealing with taxes. I screwed up taxes. I got about a $9,000 tax bill. Well, not $9,000 tax bill. I got about $9,000 I'm going to have to pay to get my taxes squared away, and it's just it's just everything. All right, so. This trucking's getting really, it's not the bee's knees anymore, I guess you could say. Am I an owner-operator? Yes, I'm an owner-operator, unfortunately. Pilot Inn Network is a fine establishment. Pilots are hit and miss. The same thing with Loves. Loves, too. Loves are newer. But you can go down, like I've been to some Loves down in Texas and stuff that are complete shitholes. The same thing with pilots. There's some pilots I've gone to that are really nice. But like you can go to, see, the problem with pilots is a lot of them are franchises. Right? And you get to some of the franchise pilots and they're shitholes. Oh, man. Oh, this morning I filled up in a pilot off of, where was I? 77. Well, if I had my phone, I would look, but I think it was off 77. But this pilot, all right, so you pull into this pilot, and the pilot, I guess it's in North Carolina. All right, you pull into the pilot, and there's the pilot building. You have guys parked right here, and there's the fuel pumps for the cars, for the four-wheelers right there. You pull in, you come across the side of the building, all right, and literally the pumps for the diesel pumps are literally like behind the building, and there's no, like, you can't turn. There's not enough room to even, like, you swing wide to turn into there. You can barely make it. Like, no wonder the pumps get ripped off there all the time. And then you try to come around the whole, because there's a Wendy's there too, but you try to come around the whole truck stop, and there's guys parked on the corner, can't get around them. Chad, North Carolina, Indianapolis. No, it was shit. I meant to look it up so I could talk about it, because I was gonna bitch about it on. I was gonna make a video about it, a short actually. I don't know. I was so agitated to get out of there, because I got stuck getting out of there too, because there was guys trying to come in. Guys were parked where you're not supposed to park. And what happened is that the plate, what happens when everybody just pushes their way in, and then you get like stuck, like a traffic jam inside the truck stop. I was there for like 25, 30 minutes just about. We were all sitting there. People were honking horns. People had to back up. I had to back up like 200 feet in the dark. I'm just guessing where I'm at. It just turned into a shit show. And, that was like one thing I was sitting there thinking. I was like, I cannot believe how like effed up trucking is. Like, it just goes to shit sometimes so easily. I was joking. All the pilots I've been in suck. Liverpool, New York, Newburgh pilot. Oh my God, that place. I don't even know how that's even a pilot. You can't even park trucks in there. Like you get more than like 5-10 trucks in there. It's impossible to park in Newburgh. That place is a shithole. Mahwah. That's not even a truck stop. That Mahwah, New Jersey. That's like that's a gas station pilot, really, what that place is. Cheap freight hauler. That would be pilot in Troutman. I don't know. You're probably right. I'd have to look it up. If I would pull my map up real quick, but it'll pop the live off. Yeah, I meant to look up I looked up the name of where it was at, but I think it's 20. No. I'm trying to think of the route number. When I got off the exit, it said Morrisville. I know. I don't know if that was actually Morrisville or if it was the route number that went towards Morrisville, North Carolina. Jesus loves you so much, man. Remember that, bro. He is here for you. And yeah, no, I mean, I'm not like, I'm not like gonna like off myself or anything. I'm just, it kind of more just fed up. It just, like I said, trucking just doesn't like, it doesn't seem fun anymore. It doesn't seem productive. The outlook doesn't look very good. If you like, let's just think about it. All right, we got the autonomous truck bullshit. We got the bullshit from the FMCSA. Even if I did like dig my way out of the financial hole I'm in, just thinking about hiring drivers again and buying trucks and the state of the economy, like you just sit back and you're like, what are the chances of it going right? All right. Like you watch some of these videos on YouTube. There's one out there right now. Some 17-year-old, it's like 17-year-old guy started. I forget the YouTube channel, but it says a 17-year-old guy started a trucking empire. He's up to 90 trucks within 2 years. I think he started in 2020, and he's up to 90 trucks now, and he's grossing like 1.9 million a month, I think, or was it a year? I want to say it was a month he's doing. Let's see, Christian Roberts. I paid $17,000 last month in taxes. If it takes you feel like, yeah, no, I know. I owe taxes from 2020, 2021, 2022. This year is right now is on. What the hell did we do? Extension, got an extension for this year. I don't know. It's just or last year. I had really shitty accountants. Look, I will tell you what. If you're an owner operator, first thing you need to do is if you're not in an area where trucking is really big, don't just pick any random accountant. All right, that's the first thing I'll say. Do not pick a random accountant. Make sure you look for an actual trucking accountant. A trucking CPA, one that actually knows all the deductions, the per diem. That means if you have to use somebody out of state, like if you go and Google it, try to find some testimonies, research their name first. Sometimes you'll find like Trucking Truth or whatnot. If you Google it, or you'll find on YouTube some testimonies. Find a CPA that knows trucking. Don't just get any CPA. I had a CPA that was actually a pretty decent sized company I hired to do my taxes and my accounting. And I think what they did is they just handed it off to some, like college kids to do. I ended up owing like twice or three times as much as I owed the year before. Unfortunately, that CPA, he retired. But it just, it just goes to show you, if you don't have somebody doing your taxes knows what you're doing, you could really get yourself in a hole real quick. Yeah, up flip. Yeah, that's it, Christian Roberts. That's the YouTube channel. They did two trucking empire things. They did one with the 17-year-old kid, and I think they did another one with some other guy. Welcome to Love's, Mr. Beast's favorite place to hang out. Did he really go to a Love's truck stop? I don't know. I should ask my kids. They would know. Yep. Cheap freight hauler. There's a Lowe's / I think there's a Walmart too across the street. I actually had to turn them when I came out. I came out the same way I came in, and I had to actually turn around in that Lowe's parking lot or Lowe's Walmart parking lot because I couldn't get going the other way because I would have had to come out the other side of the truck stop, and to be honest, there was no way I could get over there. That's how screwed up they had that place, with guys parked all over the place, and the guys come in, they see that you're there, all right? They see you're there. They see that you're moving and you're going towards the exit, and they'll whip around the trucks that are blocking, the area, and they'll just keep coming at you. Like they know you're going out. They know you're going straight out, like you're actively moving. And they'll just stop in front of you like, oh, what do I do? And then another guy will pull in, and then another guy. And then you have the whole place screwed up. Yesterday, I was at the 1 and 9 in Virginia. There's a little ass 1 and 9, and that place turned into a shit show, too. There were so many guys trying to get fuel in that little 1 and 9 because fuel there on ComData was $1.06 a gallon, or not $1.06. I mean $3.06 a gallon. So everybody was trying to get in there, and I didn't even bother. I turned around and went around the circle, came back out, and got on 81 going south, and said screw it. Yep, that's it, Christian Roberts. The 17-year-old of Oregon. Hold it, no, out of Texas. Oh yeah, the one out of Oregon, and then the 17-year-old of Texas. Yeah, he built that off of Amazon somehow. I don't know how he did it because I guess that was before Amazon took a shit there. Business school. California, the Midwest haulers have an update on their reefers to S-Series Thermo Kings. Pays $12 to update, comply with it. They're doing. Oh, you're talking about the emissions for the damn Thermo King and the carrier reefer units. I notice now lately when I go to use my reefer card to pay for reefer fuel, I have an option to put DEF in the damn reefer unit, which that is mind-boggling. I wonder how those work. I wonder if the reefer units, when they get a DEF code, I wonder if they shut down. I sure as hell hope not. I sure hope they have a fail safe on them that they'll run for so many more hours or something. But I cannot imagine having a reefer unit go into let's say it goes to do a regen and something happens, and it goes what does it derate? Does it just shut down? It makes no freaking sense to me. Let's see. Nomadic Brit. Everyone stand to attention. Yep, the British are here. He just showed up. Toga, he was saying he hates Loves because they always yelling at him like that, and it's making him sick, Yeah. So I guess he shows up at Loves and does some nonsense. Yeah, I didn't know. I never seen it. Well, I don't really watch Mr. Beats, so that might be why I never seen him at Loves. Christian Roberts, Nomadic Brit, you're the one that runs the tanker. Yeah, he's the one that runs the tankers. Everyone's saying good evening, Nomadic Brit. Chief Freight Hauler. I think my rain delay is over. I better get back to work. Oh, you're what are you? I guess you're up in North Carolina or whatnot up there. They just got a bunch of thunderstorms and stuff passed through there. We got a thunderstorm watch down here, but I don't think anything's gonna happen. It doesn't look like nothing's gonna happen. Christian Roberts said, "Oh, cool, nice to meet you. I think I heard of you on Mr. Likes live stream. It really hit home and told him you pay more in taxes here than you did in GB, Great Britain, I guess." Ryan Sims, he retracted his message. No, Britt, Christian, yes. Jeff is a good people, and they are the light drivers. Yeah, you can only go 5 miles an hour. No, Ryan Sims. What are you talking about? 5 miles an hour? Are you talking about the ELDs, or are you talking about? We're talking about the Reefer, the Reefer D rates. Whether or not the new Reefer units have a D rate on them if they have an emissions problem, because apparently now CARB has gotten into reefers, and they got DEF and all that bullshit, or at least they got the DPF filters on them now. Oh, Chief Freight Hauler, Nashville, heavy rain. Yeah, you guys are getting tornado watches up there and everything. Shit, be careful up there, Freight Hauler. I guess you're delivering. What are you delivering flowers still? Now, Chief Freight Hauler, where do you deliver to? Do you deliver to other nurseries, or do you deliver to like Home Depot, Lowe's, and shit like that? Pneumatic Brit, where are you now? Right now, I am in Macon. Oh gosh, I want to say Macon, but it's Macon. I think it's Macon, Georgia. They pronounce it. Christian Roberts, deleted reefer units. I can see that. I'm sure you can. It probably can't be that hard. Yeah, apparently, someone up in the comments said their pneumatic grip that they're putting emissions shit on reefer units now, which I can only imagine that being a recipe for disaster. Definitely some freight claims with that. But yeah, we're just chilling here at Love's. I got to pick up my load. Well, my load's supposed to be done at 3 a.m. in the morning. Then I'm going to Battleboro, Connecticut. I got to go to McLean over in Battleboro, Connecticut. Not Battleboro, Connecticut. Battleboro, North Carolina. Whew, yeah. So that's about about 490 miles or 480 miles from where I'm at. Okay, Chief Freight Hauler. Chief Freight Hauler delivers to Lowe's, Home Depot, local garden centers, landscaping companies. All right, that ain't bad. That ain't bad then. Well, I guess it depends how big the garden centers are. See, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing Lowe's and Home Depots and stuff. But some of those tiny, small landscaping landscaping and garden centers, I don't know about that because, well, they're like converted gas stations and shit. Yeah, there's a Battleboro, Vermont. That's what I said, but I meant Battleboro, North Carolina. Yeah, I've been to Battleboro, Vermont many times. There's a C&S Foods up there that I've gone to, like, I don't know, 20 times. Oh, well, hopefully you can hear me because the truck's going to rub up here in a second. It's going to do a DPF regen because, well, I don't have a what do you want to call it on this truck? I don't have a green APU or anything like that on this truck. Well, one, because I can't afford the freaking $12,000 APU, and two, well, technically, I really barely ever idle this truck. The only reason this truck is idling is because it's 102 degrees outside right now, at least sitting here in the blacktop, and it's a little warm. If I leave the truck sit off in about 15 or 20 minutes, I start sweating. So. Yeah, Jerome Jones. I'm up here by the Tyson. There's a big Tyson DC up here. What did I miss? Somebody's talking about van. Let's see, Nomadic Brit. We have van drivers here saying the van side is slowing and it's getting bad and it's hard to. It's going to be hard to Christmas. It's probably going to be hard Christmas too because you know what now, Pneumatic Brit, Christmas and all that stuff like the summer rush and stuff. A lot of that stuff's already been moved way earlier than it usually does. and it just you don't have that big push like there usually is. And you know, if you don't have the push, the rates don't go up. So you know, like last minute kind of shipment for like Christmas and stuff. See, cheap freight hauler, Lowe's and Home Depot treat you like a reefer shipper. Mom and pop garden centers are always happy to see me. See, I mean, I guess yeah, I could see that. See, the only thing is, like I said, so, like I used to do mulch with a walking trailer, and some of the places they would send me to deliver mulch, like guys, you know, you're barely getting an F-350 in there with a freaking landscaping trailer, let alone a 48-foot walking floor and you know, and a tractor. I like I've had to deliver to some really sketchy shit before. So the best one I liked is one garden center. They're like, oh, you just back out onto the road, and I'm like, well, I guess there's your mulch piles. I said, now do I drop it in the driveway, and then you guys put it in the mulch pile with the skid steer, or what? They're like, oh no, you just block this 2-lane highway over, like, you know, it's like a main thoroughfare. They're like, you just block the road, and you know, you just push the mulch out. I said, you want me to block 2 lanes of this freaking highway or this thoroughfare to deliver mulch to you? And they're like, yeah, it's easy, just do it, you'll be quick. Yeah, like I was there for like, it took about at least 15 minutes to push all the mulch off the damn walking floor. Like 15-20 minutes. So for 15-20 minutes I was blocking it, and eventually a cop showed up and he was sitting there for a while. Yeah, I hated delivering to that place. It was like a little mom and pop landscaping company. What was it? Street Road in Ben Salem. I was blocking. Let's see. Christian Schneider Company. No, okay, yeah. Christian has his own MC. Yeah, is that yeah, calling you from Microsoft customer service? No, I don't know. It's an actual local number that just called me, like right up. It's not too far out where I live, Minersville. Um, I don't know. I got a call the other day, or no, today I got a call from Minnesota. I was thinking it might have been F8, but no, it was like it was one of those Google business numbers. You know, your Google business number or your Google business website isn't set up. Christian Roberts. Now, I used to run a lot of Schneider freight over the years. I am I'm an honorary Schneider IC driver. Battleboro, North Carolina is just north of Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. Yep, yep. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I've been to um, the Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. I've been there a few times. I think there's a Cisco over there, if I remember correctly. Oh, hey, TJ Bull in the Woods is here. We're not really, I don't know, we're not really on a topic. I basically started this live to basically, I don't know, maybe talk about drivers' mental health and just to, you know, say that I'm kind of like fed up with trucking. Like, I don't see, like, if you sit down and you think about it, like, what future, like, is there really? Like, I'm surprised some of these other guys, uh, I'm trying to think of the channels. There's some channels that actually have like a legitimate fleet. And like if I had a legitimate fleet right now, like let's say I had 20 or 30 trucks, and I was thinking about like the path of trucking right now, with insurance and everything else. Like, how can you sit there and not like worry yourself to death about the future? Like, even as just an owner, just a single owner operator. Like, if I think again, like if I think now here in the next year or two, like if I was able to expand, which I would like to try to expand again, but I'm not 100% sure. With all the new regulations and the FMCSA basically standing on the sidelines for all this corruption and scam stuff going on, like is trucking going to be viable here in the next? Let's say 5 years. Do you guys think trucking is still going to be viable? Like, do you think all the scam and new regulations are basically going to push the regular guy out of trucking? Like, is it even going to be worth it for an owner operator to try to start their own business, or are we going to find that everyone's going to turn into like a lease driver, or or end up working for one of these mega carriers or whatnot? Because I can't see I can't see any growth for even like established carriers, because even established carriers have gotten hit with higher insurance rates and everything right now. Like, can you imagine? Okay, let's say you had, we'll go small. Let's say you had 5 trucks. Can you imagine your insurance rates going from $13,000 a year to $20,000 a year per truck? Like, especially if you like, there's some companies that don't finance their insurance, and you have to pay that outright, along with your taxes and everything else. Because usually, usually insurance companies, usually the first of the year is when they decide to change your rates. Yeah, or I guess, I don't know. I guess it depends on your policy, really. But then you got taxes right after that in April and everything. Like, I just don't see long term how viable trucking is going to be. Like, it's almost scary to think about trying to like plan a future of like trying to do a business plan. Like, if you even think of just writing down a business plan right now, how are you going to calculate costs here? They're so up and down, and not, well, I wouldn't even say down. They're more like always up here lately. Like, if I had to write a business plan right now to get a loan, I would lose my marbles trying to figure out what I was going to write. Forgetting the comments here. Let's see, Nomadic Brit, Christian, 9 years in IC tanker truck, a 1.3 million miles, but new crate motor last year. Message retracted. Vincent, Larry the Cable Guy looking, ha ha ha. Toga. Hi, everyone's saying hi to TJ Bulls. Robert, yes, I told Jeff just going to rebuild the whole truck. By the time you're done, I respect it. Yeah. I can't even read that. What's going on there? Let's see, Nomadic Brit, crate motor all in was $57,000 with a whole lot of other stuff. Should last $1 million or get another truck, $655K a year. Yeah, $65K a year. All right, yeah, apparently you guys are running Cascadias. What's up, TJ Bull in the Woods? Oh, we got somebody from Turkey. Toga's from Turkey. He's in the house. Man, geez, guy's been commenting the whole time and I haven't been reading anything. Cheap freight hauler. The solo operator is going to have to watch every penny and get creative on ways to save money. For example, I save $1,500 to $2,000 a year by paying my insurance in full. Yep, yeah, instead of financing it. See, I was saying, cheap freight hauler. Like, when I was adding trucks and I got up to my 3rd truck, I was able to pay for the insurance in full. I didn't have to finance it by that time. But now, like, thinking about like the cost of everything, like to have 3. Well, first of all, it ain't going to be $13,000 anymore per truck. You're looking at like some people. I've been seeing people post or do videos and posting about their insurance, and it seems like the consensus is most newer guys getting insurance today, they're right around $20,000 from Progressive for first year insurance. See, I was able to get a $13,000 quote first year for insurance. That I can't do now, and I don't know if it's because of the truck or if it's because of like certain financial factors. Uh, if I went to go get my own insurance right now through Progressive, it'd be about $23,000, almost 24. Let's see, Jerome Jones. I have the same question also now because foreign people coming in, they can't speak English or read. Well, you mean yeah? Well, that's another whole problem going on. Uh, the things the FMCSA was supposed to have in place that's supposed to like make sure people were safe. Nobody's looking into that, and they're getting taken advantage of, a lot of those people, by some of these fly by night companies. Like if you go to like Chicago and stuff, and you see some of the, like there's literally people paying for CDLs. All right, we've already read the articles and seen the news, and there's people buying CDLs right now. And they're out there driving next to your kids, driving next to your wife, and you can almost, if you sit at a truck stop long enough or at a shipper and receiver, you can see the guys come in and they're so terrified. They're terrified to drive. They're terrified to back up. The one guy I had that I helped try to back up one time, I got talking to him. I couldn't understand really a lick of what he was trying to say, and his English was so bad. But all I know is he said it was his first day ever driving a truck. Somehow he has a CDL. He's out by himself, backing up at a receiver, first day ever driving. All right. Trucker reviews, get your ass to work already. I am working. I don't have to, Josh. I don't have to pick anything up until 3 a.m. in the morning, and even then, I don't know if it'll be done. Which I would rather pick it up earlier because I have like a 480 mile or 490 mile ride ahead of me. But yeah, it's going to get there when it gets there, I guess. Because I would rather drive it halfway than take my break and have the extra time to get another load. Because I'd like to try to get home this weekend. I stayed out last weekend, and I really don't want to do it again. Why your insurance is so high? The only thing I was told is because at least the insurance broker I was using, he said the reason the insurance is so high now was, one, rates went up, and two is because the truck I'm insuring I'm insuring it for $165,000. All right, because I have to, because I still have a loan on it. Now, the other trucks that I had when I had my authority, let's see, the freaking 4900 I had insured for like $25,000 or $26,000. The one pack car, or not the pack car, the one MX or Max Force Pro Store I had that insured for $20,000. And then the Cascadia, the one Cascadia I had that insured for $40,000. So you're talking, for physical damage, you're talking a big chunk of change there. So I'm guessing, supposedly, that's the reason why my insurance is so high. Chief Freight Hauler, some days I feel like it's my first day. Yeah. I like it. You know what I like? I like the days you go to back up and you're like, I got this. And then all of a sudden you find yourself pulling up and you're looking at the door and you're like, is the door crooked? Is the building crooked? Am I like looking at this right? Oh yeah, here comes the jokes. And there'll be other days where you'll just back up and you just do it. It's like when you feel like people are watching you is when you just don't get it right for some reason the first time. Oh geez, a freaking trucking reviews. F that. Let's see, trucking reviews, Josh. I'm leaving the house, taking Pilgrim's Pride chicken to Costco in Morris, Illinois. What from Florida? You got chicken? Where do you pick that? Where do you get that crap out of there? Do you get it out of DC there, or do you actually get it right from the? Or do they actually have chicken plants down there in Florida? I can't imagine them having chicken farms down there. I would think it would be way too freaking hot and humid to have a chicken farm in Florida. Yo, Jaden Clarkson, he says hi. Yeah, I cannot imagine. Like, I would imagine the chicken would be dying left and right if they were down in Florida. But then again, I don't know. They somehow make it here in Georgia, so maybe they do have chicken farms down there in Florida. But I don't know. It's just like, if I think of all the bullshit like I went through when I, getting workers' comp, hiring employees, going through like I had one guy that I hired. I literally hired him. He showed up for 1 or 2 days and then he ghosted me. All right. And next thing you know, about a month later, I get a notice from Pennsylvania from child support saying that, hey, I have to take I owe, all right. I owe them money from his check for child support. I'm like, I was like, he showed up for 1 day or 2 days and he just disappeared. I didn't even write him a check. I didn't even pay him for the first 2 days. He didn't even contact me. He didn't do anything. It was him just ghosting child support is what he was doing. And like just to go through all that bullshit again. I had one guy hired. I did a road test with him. All right. Or I was going to hire him. All right. So I go to do a road test with him and I tell him to go hook up that flatbed over there. I said, go hook up the flatbed over there and throw the glad hands on and everything. And he looked at me and he just sat there and stared for a second. And he said, what are glad hands? And I was just like, I said, the airlines? And he's like, oh, okay. And let's just say I didn't hire that guy. All right. I know. I know it's nothing that big. Like, it's just a different interpretation of, I guess, the airlines on the back of the truck. But when you read, I know in the driver's ed book, when you do your CDL test and everything, at least the Pennsylvania book, it said they called them glad hands. All right. Now, I don't know if they do that anymore. Maybe I had an older book or whatnot. Well, let's see. When the hell did I get my license? 13. So back in 2013, they were still calling them glad hands. So let's just say, and then when he drove too, he just, I don't know. He was very unattentive. Ran over the curb like 3 times and shit like that. Which I know it's a spread axle, but I don't know. Like I don't see like the risk. Like I don't see risk equals the rewards anymore, if you want to call it that. Oh, Toga saying hi to Peter Griffin over there. You're my hero and role model. It's nice to meet you. Where was he? What did he say? I think I might have jumped over him. And hey, Josh, thanks for the super chat, 10-4. But I don't know. It's just, like I said, it doesn't seem. I wouldn't say trucking ever seemed fun. It just seemed like it seemed like it used to seem like it was sort of upstanding, or at least like a. See that. Then again, I'm not doing flatbed anymore. That's another problem. When I did flatbed, customers were happy to see you. You felt like you were actually working. Other flatbed drivers, generally like take care of their own. All right. Now that I'm doing reefer here, maybe it's just because I'm stuck in the damn sleeper all the time. Like I've been to receivers where I'm not allowed to get out of the truck. All right, um, like I don't know where they expect you to go to the bathroom still. Like I can't believe that we're through COVID and we still have receivers that don't want you to come in, or that they're talking to you through the little microphone and stuff still. And it's not that bad considering I'm Tyson. I mean, if I was probably doing regular spot market freight, it'd probably be even worse. Because I remember when I was doing reefer spot market freight, um, especially because I was doing it through COVID too, some of the bullshit I went through. But it just, like I almost feel myself like, I mean, I'm not exactly in shape, but I almost feel myself like getting out of shape practically. And I don't really like, I don't go inside the Loves anymore. I bring my own food. I usually like I'll make myself like a Italian hoagies and stuff. I have salads and shit in there, but it's still like this. This is sweet tea. I did get sweet tea because, well, I'm a sucker for sweet tea and lemon. I guess you want to call it an Arnold Palmer, but which I imagine this has to be like 1,200 calories, maybe 1,500 calories right there. But I don't do it all the time. It's just you don't exercise really in this truck, all right? Like I got weights. I'll lift weights and shit. I do have like 2 10-pound weights. I try. Wow, it's still good. Apparently I have pork rinds under my weights there. But it just it's not as fun as it used to be. I remember I could get Ubers, all right. I could get an Uber and go over to like a movie theater or something. And now you go get an Uber anymore. For a round trip Uber, you're talking like $60. It used to be like maybe $15 there, $15 back. But now you're talking about, most of the time when I go to look up an Uber to go somewhere, you're looking at about $25, $28. And then God forbid you order yourself like good food, like Uber Eats and stuff. Your bill's going to be like $38. At least up in the Northeast, that's the way it is. I'm following on the comments here. Chief Freight Hauler, I think they still call them glad hands. At least that's what the truck stops call the washers for them. Yeah. Christian Roberts, reefer work sucks. Reefer work. Yeah, we'll just say sucks. With your sleep, you're always away in a bad mood. I did my reefer work with Prime. Yeah, that too. Like I said last week, that might also be what's bugging me, because like last week really is what put the chip on my shoulder. Like all week I ran split sleeper berths, and like I'll give you an example. So when I went to go pick up this Georgia load, all right, it was supposed to be done at 11. I get there, it's not done. So I say, okay, tell me when it's done. So I take about an hour nap and I check in with dispatch. It's still not done. So now I'm sitting there trying to sleep. About 2 hours goes by. The load's done. All right. The load's done. And this is out of New Holland. So I'm like, okay, the load's done. So I pull up to the gate and I tell the guard my PO number or whatnot, or for the load. And he's like, I don't have any paperwork. It's all still in the production plant. And the production plant's like way over there. And I'm like, okay, well, can I go into the production plant and, get the paperwork? Because there's another plant that I go to that's in Delaware. No, not in Delaware. It's in Virginia. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But you can go right into the production plant, and technically that's where you get your paperwork, in the production plant. So he won't let you in the production plant. He's like, I got to wait for them to bring the paperwork out. So he's like, it might be an hour, it might be 3 hours. He told me to check in like every half hour. So I turn around, I go park in the lot that's down the road, and I can't sleep. All right, it's 2 a.m. and I have to call in every 30 minutes or so to see if the paperwork's there. That damn freaking paperwork did not get done until about 5 a.m. in the morning. And I was supposed to be out of there at like 11. So basically that whole morning I sat up, basically manning the phone, calling to see if the load was done or if I had my paperwork, really is what it was. Because the load was done. It was sitting in the parking lot. So I think at 4:48 is when they printed out the paperwork. At 5 o'clock is when I went in and finally picked it up. And by this time, let's see, I've been up since I got up at 10. I took the 2-hour drive almost down to New Holland. All right. Or no, I actually was up like at 9:30. Took the 2-hour drive down to New Holland. Got there a little bit after 11. And, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I was expected to pick up this load and start driving to Georgia with it. That's the fucked up shit with Reefer. Pardon my French there. But I said, screw it. I went down to the Loves there off of 322, scaled the load, and I went to sleep for like 3 or 4 hours. Because it just, I'm not going to drive tired. And you just feel miserable, too. You feel miserable doing shit like that. Your sleep schedule's all screwed up. You're tired. You don't feel like doing anything. You start not exercising, too. And it just starts weighing on you. Toga, is the schedule bad like that? Yeah, well, I just explained it, I guess, right there. Christian, it's always 11 to 5 a.m. deliveries. You're always awake when your body wants to sleep. Yeah, that's true. Let's see, Toga, I'm not a truck driver, but I've been night chief in a security company for almost 2 years. A long back time. I preferably know what you mean. Yeah, Temperatesville. Yep, right there. You're right, Animal. It was Temperatesville. Yeah, I couldn't think of it off the top of my head for some reason. One is because I hate going there anymore. It used to be Temperatesville. It's out in the middle of nowhere practically. You got to take 13 down through Delaware and everything. You got a bunch of stoplights. The cops are always watching you on that road. It just blows. It's really slow, and it's like arduous to get down. Arduous? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but to get down there, and once you're down there, there's no truck stops. The only truck stop there is right on the Maryland/Virginia line. There, it's a what the hell is it? A Royal Farms, and I used to love Royal Farms. Like their chicken used to be good. But I don't know what happened to the Royal Farms over there by Temperatesville, but they're like dirty, disgusting. The chicken's always oily and shitty now. And, there's that too. I forgot that too. When I say the truck stops over the Northeast, if depending where you're at, if you're like stuck over in Temperatesville or shit, I've gone 3-4 days without having a shower. All right, because you just can't get into a truck stop with a shower. You're stuck like when I used to go up to Maine. All right, you got the TA right there in where's it, New Hampshire, and that's it. There's nowhere else to get a shower up there. I think there's one other truck stop that's a no-name truck stop that's up near Bangor that has showers. But other than that, you're stuck there at the rest area on 95. All right, let's see. The Animal, Eastern Shore. Yep, Virginia. Yep. 2-4. Oh, yeah, 2-4's in the house. He probably said hi. Yeah, he did. Yeah, what's up, 2-4? Eastern Shores of Virginia. Yeah, the eastern shores of Virginia. Like if you get out there, you have that one rest area out there that's off of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel or whatever they call that thing is, and you pretty much have Royal Farms, and that's it. If you end up going out there all the time, and if like there for a while, when, like some of the runs I was doing, I would go into Washington D.C. and go back to Tempersville, or go into Norfolk, and like I said, you don't really have real truck stops. You're stuck with like holes in the wall. I don't know that too. Like the shower thing. The shower thing is what really bugs me. Like when I used to do flatbed, I would try to take a shower every day, but like being stuck out in the Northeast, you just either don't have the time, or when you do pull in to get a shower, you got like 20 people waiting on 4 showers. All right. Or maybe 5 or 6 showers if you're lucky. But it's just total stupidity. All right. It's easier for me to try to get home usually when I'm out here than it is to try to take a shower at one of these truck stops, which I mean, who the hell really wants to anyway, but I'm just saying, like, for a humanity kind of like feeling human, like getting up in the morning, taking a shower, having breakfast. I just haven't been able to do that here lately, and it's taxing. Like this shit, I haven't been able to sit in a truck stop for a 10-hour break in at least a month. At least a month I haven't taken a 10-hour break in a truck stop. It's been a rest area or the receiver or the shipper. In fact, the other week, man, I'm gonna burp here, or either that or like last week when I was doing the 8-2 and this 3-7 splits. Most of those breaks I got sitting in the receiver's door, because I wouldn't have been able to do the next run. I was that scheduled that close together. So I don't know. Like I said, it just doesn't feel fun, like not fun, but fulfilling anymore. And it's affected my channel. Like I don't really I haven't been able to put anything out lately here. The Walmart load was nice. All right, I did the Walmart load. I did a vlog on that. But this load, like I was gonna try to vlog this, and I filmed like the first, I filmed when I was in New Holland, and then after I figured out I was gonna sit there till 5 o'clock in the morning, like I just tired and I didn't feel like filming anymore. Like I didn't pull the cameras out. I didn't. Where the hell is the one camera I have? Like I didn't put the POV camera on or anything like that. I just didn't feel like it after that. I was already irritated and tired, and anything I would have talked about, it would just it would have been miserable. It would have been miserable, and I would have been probably. I've noticed if you watch my videos, and some of the videos, or even when I'm doing like lives too, when I'm tired, there's a lot of ands, ifs, or I end up doing that a lot, and it doesn't sound professional, and I kind of like putting, like I don't even like keeping that content up, because I watch it and I'm sitting here, I'm like, would I listen to this guy at all? Would I even freaking pay attention to like one word he's saying? Because it just sounds like a run-on sentence over and over again, and it's just it doesn't make for good content. I did cheap freight hauler. I did have a 360 camera. I ended up sending it back Insta 360, because I filmed. What the hell did I film with it? I filmed a truck show, mats with it last year, and the protective they give you a protective guard to sit over the screen. Well, I used a protective guard, all right, and I don't know if it's just the dust gets in the protective guard or whatnot, but the lens is so easy to scratch, and like I don't even mean like you can't even see the scratches, but if the light hits that bubbled lens, you notice the scratches like that. And like some of the stuff I filmed with it, it looked so shitty that I was like, I'm gonna return it back. I mean, maybe the new one might be better. Maybe the covers. I know they now got covers for the lenses that are supposed to not show reflections. Maybe they're better, but you know, I gave up on the 360 camera for a little bit. I might get another one. I might not. I don't know. If things start looking better and I start feeling better about trucking and YouTubing and stuff, maybe I'll get, you know, start buying stuff. Like I really like shit costs a lot of money. Like this DJI mic setup that I ended up smashing. All right. This was like 300, I think like $300 for these mics, which it still works sort of, but the glass is starting to chip off the receiver, and it's just, this receiver is so damn big. So, and then even the mics are really big too. Like to have this like sitting here on you, it pulls down on the shirt. I don't know. I ended up getting a new setup for that. It was pretty cheap, but you know, to buy all this stuff, to do the kind of filming that I've been doing lately, it's almost a waste, you know. Like I almost feel kind of weird because like Just Trucking, you watch Just Trucking's you know, filming in his truck, you can barely hear him sometimes. This is what I ended up getting for a new mic. They're tiny, they're like this big. You just take the magnet off and clip them right to your shirt. They're so much smaller. Oh, it'd help if I put the magnet on right. But you got that instead. The only difference is, like the DJI mics, you can record right on them. These will record to your phone or to your camera or whatnot. No, these aren't Rode. They're Hollyland. No, Rode mics. Rode mics, I call them, I don't know. The Rode mics, I call them the iPhone of the microphone world, just like the GoPros are. And I don't even have GoPros. I use the DJI. This is the DJI Action 3, because everybody I ever knew there for a while that was buying GoPro 9s and 10s and stuff, they were always losing footage. They were always overheating, and I was like, I cannot to film like an hour-long vlog and to have that footage disappear, like it's bad enough that sometimes I would accidentally delete footage. Man, I do need a freaking shave or something, or comb my beard or something. I did put beard balm on because I took a shower over here in the Lowe's, but I guess I don't know, my beard's so puffy. Yeah, they are smaller than a Rode, yeah. The Insta360 Go's are also excellent action camera. You mean I have the Go 2. The new ones look cool, but I heard they still overheat. The little one, this little one, this camera is pretty neat. Like I've worn it before to go in the receivers and stuff. I wish it was black. I'm probably eventually going to paint it. But the problem with this thing is, like, within 15 minutes, especially if it's like, you know, I don't know, I guess maybe they're against your body or something. Within 15 minutes, it'll overheat, all right, and shut down. And the problem is, like, I've lost so much good footage with this camera before doing, because you can also clip it to your hat. Like, it clips to the hat, like, really nice like that. Like, I lost so much good footage with this thing because I figured it should at least last, like, I would like to at least it last 15, like more than 15 minutes, like a 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes or something. But like literally 15 minutes, if it's decently warm outside, like a 60 or like a 70 degree or 80 degree day, it'll overheat. Plus it only has I think this one only has 30 gigs of internal memory. what the hell is going on over here? I don't know what the hell he's doing, but I don't know. He's jackknifed out of the fuel island here. I don't know why he had to pull up like that. There's no trucks were next to him. Yeah, well, I didn't know that either, Togo. Or I probably would have. Well, also I didn't know they were coming out with a new one, or I would have never bought this one. But these overheat really quick. At least mine does. Mine for some reason overheats really quick. The GoPros, I know they're. If you read or watch some of the reviews on YouTube, the GoPros are constantly overheating, especially the 9s and the 10s. The 11s. I don't know. I've heard some good things about the 11s, but I still think they still end up overheating. Like the I guess if you're filming more than like 15, 20 minutes, you have to worry about that. That guy just said something to you, Toga. I imagine you might understand, and I sure as hell don't. But yeah, like I enjoy doing the YouTube videos. It's just like I said, if I'm tired, it just they don't come out good. I sound very like I cannot talk and drive at the same time when I'm tired, tired or irritated. They don't come out very right. He's asking if I'm Turkish. Yeah, I figured he's from Turkey too. So got milk, Ohio. I don't know what the hell that means. Man, I don't know what is up lately, but everyone that's pulling out of the fuel island is getting really, really freaking close to the front end here. They weren't coming out this freaking close to the truck earlier. Shh, I'm mewing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really have much else to talk about. I just basically came on here to complain about trucking and everything, and just to see what everybody else's opinion on how things are going. I know Cheap Freight Hauler. He just got his truck paid off, I think. Which congratulations on that, because I probably got another. I got another 2.5 years until this truck's technically paid off. Maybe less, because I did make a few extra payments there in the beginning, but to be able to make extra payments right now, like Tyson's doing pretty good. I shouldn't say it's doing pretty good. It's staying consistent. I do have shitty runs that I've been doing, but for the most part, he's curious about the topics. Okay. Oh, your Turkish friend. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can keep him clued in. I don't know. Most of the guys. Sometimes I always get guys that come on here when I do the portrait view. They're always interested in trucking, never been in it or anything like that. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I was talking about Chief Freight Hauler paying all the truck and everything, and Tyson here. Tyson's been okay. If I stay out in the truck here lately, if I stay out over the weekends and I just run really hard, I can usually net about 6K, maybe 6-8. It's nothing compared to when I first started here. I was able to net like 7,500, 7,800. I did a few $8,200, but I was running miles. I was doing like 3,000 miles and whatnot. These last 2 weeks, I was able to put in about 2,400 miles, 2,500. I think I'll do 2,500 miles this week. So it's going to be a decent settlement for me, which I need. I need some decent settlements after last month basically not working. But it's like I have money in the bank but it's the problem is you think about taking money out of savings, all right, and either paying bills off or doing extra truck payments, or like I still have to put a bumper on the front of the truck. All right, I need to put a bumper on. I'm gonna probably have to take this truck over to the auto body shop over where I live and have some body work done. Like to start thinking about shelling out $2,000 for bumpers, $1,500 for body work and paint. Um, geez, the plastic, what is it called? The plastic fairings on the side, they're like $400 to replace one of them. You start thinking about doing that, and then you start wondering, like, am I going to get a check engine light? Am I not going to be able to work for a week or two? Am I going to blow a tire tomorrow? And then you start wondering about, like, what are you doing with your money? Is pre-pass suddenly going to take out like $3,000 from you out of nowhere? Which I guess maybe I can see why a lot of companies get rid of pre-pass, because their compute, like their what do you want to call it? Their system is kind of like old school. Like they have PDF invoices. They're not really, you can't like view your individual invoice online. It's just their website sucks. All right, and you can't even look at your transactions until the end of the month. Like I can't look to see what transactions like transpired this month until the end of the month, until I get my invoice. Like I know there's another pre-pass like company that like is all digital. They have an app and everything. And it's just more user friendly. All right. Cheap freight hauler. When you say net, are you referring to after fuel? Yes, I'm referring to after fuel and everything. Not after paying the truck though, but I'm referring to after fuel. My fuel on 2,500 miles. What I spend, I think I spent like $1,280 or something on 2,500 miles last week, or 2,400 miles. Right? I averaged like 9 something miles to the gallon. Cheap freight hauler. Are your pieces by the steps and turn signals broken? They were. I ordered new ones. I actually replaced them myself. I got them from Big Rig World. They would rattle and everything, and they broke loose. I got new ones. So far, they're holding in there. I don't know how long they're going to hold in there. They seem like they're made out of the same plastic, but they should hold up for a while. They're like the driver's side is, I think, $90 or $98, and the passenger side, or maybe it's vice versa, and the passenger side's like $110 or something, or $112 for those. And you gotta if you look down, there's 2 bolts. What I did is I unloosened the 2 bolts, slid that flaring. That flaring will like rotate out, and I was able to get them, manipulate them in there and click them down, and then take my hand around underneath and tighten those bolts up. It's a real pain in the butt, but you can do it with a 1/4-inch ratchet. Uh, 2-4. I was always angry when driving, hungry. Yeah, that too. Well, I usually keep food in the truck, but when you get tired, I've noticed when I get tired, like, and I'm doing like split sleeper burps and stuff. If I don't eat, I get really tired. All right. Um, it's just I keep like sunflower seeds and shit, and it helps me stay awake. But if I don't have food, and I'm tired and I'm trying to drive, I have to pull over and shit. I have to take a like at least take an hour or 2 hour nap. Usually I end up having to take a 2 hour nap, which is fine because usually I can get my 2 hour break in. But I shouldn't have to. You shouldn't be living like that. It's not healthy for you. You know what I mean? Um, let's see, cheap freight hauler, 6K after fuel is not bad right now. Yeah, well, that's this week and last week. Like I've ran hard this week and last week. The problem is next week, I don't know how they're going to dispatch me. They might not dispatch me like this. It changes like that. I might end up being stuck going over to like Hunts Point. I might go to Hunts Point for 2 days. I might go up to Connecticut. We'll say Rocky Hill, Connecticut, to the BJ's up there. Like right now, this run here was like 820 miles, and I'm going to end up having to get 820 miles at least. Well, actually more than that because they're running me out towards Battleboro, North Carolina. So that's going to add some extra miles to this week. So I'm going to at least I'm going to say about 2,200 to 2,500 miles this week. But like I said, next week, I might only do 1,200 miles. And I get paid more for less miles. I get my percentage per mile go up. I go up to with fuel surcharge, depending on the amount of miles, I can make $2.90 a mile with fuel surcharge. But still, it's about running the miles right now. If I'm not running the miles, I'm not making the $6-7 grand settlements. I end up doing. But then again, my costs stay low. Like I get reimbursed for reefer fuel. I don't pay for reefer fuel. I get reimbursed for tolls. Like I know where I'm at. I'm pretty shielded from the BS right now. And I kind of hate talking about it because I know there's guys that are dealing with a lot worse. But it just sucks with this truck payment having it the fluctuation in miles. I guess you could say. It would be different if I had like a mediocre like $2,000 a month truck payment. It wouldn't be that bad, but to have to actually stick away like a little over $1,000. Well, plus let's see, there's still also like $560 in insurance I have to pay every month. But the stick away, like $4,300 every month for the truck payment. Well, actually 44. It's always weighing on you. Like I don't necessarily feel like a slave, but there are times like if I have a bad week, then I start feeling like I'm a slave to the truck payment. And it's a nice truck and everything. It's just it plays like a mental game with you. Like you're always worried that something's going to happen and you're going to get screwed. With the 9400, I didn't have that. Like, geez, my truck payment with that 9400 was like $900 a month. I barely even noticed it. Like when I was running that truck here, those first couple of weeks that I was able to do it before the engine blew up on it, like I figured shit. I figured if I did this for like 2-3 months, that I would be able to rebuild that whole truck. And then it blew up. And then I had to determine whether or not it was worth me trying to get a loan or even try to get a loan, because this is when the market first really tanked. Nobody would give me money for an in-frame on it because, well, one, the truck wasn't worth anything, and two, it went from being worth like $30,000 or $40,000 technically, because people were paying that for old trucks right then and there, to being worth like a $15,000 truck within the matter of 6 months there, when shit really hit the fan with the freight market. So there was nobody gonna lend me any kind of half of an in-frame or anything like that. Chief freight hauler. Yeah, I was going through the same for that last year. I had to work more than I wanted to. There's times that I told my wife, F it, call the bank. Yeah, that's kind of like how I'm starting to feel a little bit. Though, the big thing is because I have kids. All right, that's the big thing. like typical, like the kids. Okay, I'll put it this way: kids always end up enjoying their dad more than their mom usually. Like I do shit with them, I play with them more. Mom's more like a mom. I'll play with them, I'll kid around with them and shit. And I noticed that my kids are like missing me more, and I have to sit here and be like, is this truck really worth it? Like what I'm doing, am I going to accomplish anything? So when I get this truck paid off, I'll probably have about 300 or so thousand miles on it. All right. It's going to probably start being like, especially since I'm having to idle it right now, unless I decide to eventually, if I decide to spend the $12,000 and get an inverter. Well, I might do the generator thing. See, the only thing that bothers me about the generator is having to get gas. All right, I don't like having gas in the truck. I had a generator for a little bit of time on my 9400, and I don't know. Something to have gas in a gas can sliding around or on the back of the truck or being there. It always bothered me. And then having to get up in the middle of the night when it's shut off and go get gas and shit like that. I mean, I guess you beggars can't be choosers, right? But I just didn't like doing it. And to have the new truck and be doing that, I guess maybe I'm worried about what people will think. Maybe that's what it is. But to be honest, like right now, like I get worried about what people think looking at the truck right now with the bumper ripped off of it. Because technically the newer body style came out last year, and this truck is already all beat up. For some reason that bothers me. I don't know why it does, because I know when some of these new trucks come through here, when I look at them and I freaking laugh and make fun of them, especially the Swifty trucks that are all torn up and stuff. So maybe I get that maybe I should swallow my pride is what it should be. But like what I was saying before, to come out and have to take $1,700 out to go buy a bumper and then have to worry about, well, is the truck going to have problems in a week? Am I going to be running next week? Am I going to need that $1,700 for something else? Is pre-pass all of a sudden going to take $1,200 out because they apparently neglected to do it last month or something like that? What the heck did they say? They said it was a billing error. That's what they said, a billing error. It just, it'd be nice if they said that they were going to pull the money out. That's the only thing I cared about. Like, are you going to have those oopses? You know what I mean? And it's always in the back of your head. You're always worried about when you're an owner operator. You have all those problems. They're all on you, on your shoulders all the time. And then and on top of that, to have, to be tired all the time, to have those shitty runs and shit. It just gets to you. You start feeling like everything's going to, like you're one breakdown away from losing everything. And it's even worse now because like earlier if I would have had problems like earlier on when I first got this truck, it would have been really easy for me to say screw it, call up the bank, take the truck, where to drop it off at. But now that I'm already like a year and a half into it, to think about all that money you've already sank into it and to give up on it, it's like the lease purchase guys. All right, the lease purchase guys, they get these trucks, they'll have like a 3 or 4 year lease purchase on them. All right, and they'll put all this money into it, and then their last year, the company starts choking them out. Because they're not self-dispatched or whatnot. I seen and heard about it happen at Prime. It's happened before. Especially if you piss off your dispatcher, they'll end up choking you out. And to go 3 years and put all that money into a truck and have them choke you out the last year or so, and to lose that truck, or even worse, to lose that truck and then get a bill on top of it from from Prime or whatever, or any other, whoever does lease purchase. I'm not calling out Prime. That's what I'm familiar with that whole program. like the anguish and stupidity that guys go through when they do that stuff. It's, you know, it's probably like heartbreaking for some of them, especially with wives and stuff. Your wife's like, "What the hell? You just spent 3 years paying for this truck, and now you're bankrupt practically. You don't got nothing to show for it." But hey, I don't know. I guess guys keep signing the leases, so I don't know what that guy just commented, but I cannot read anything of it. I guess it's I guess I got some some people from around the world in here right now. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking about lease purchases. But you know, at least you can give up a lease purchase like without it nailing your credit. Like this is on my business credit, along with like the 9400 was, and so were the other trucks. The other trucks, I got lucky. I was able to get out from under them without ruining my credit. But like this truck, if I was to turn this truck in, it would destroy my business credit. And to me, that means that there's no way in hell that I'll be able to get another truck. There's no way in hell that I'm going to hire drivers. There's no way in hell that I'm going to get my authority after this. And to think about that, well, like I said, even if you think about the future of trucking right now, to think about that's kind of scary. All right, it feels like, why am I doing this if I don't have a goal? All right, and to keep a goal right now in trucking with the way things are, it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to keep a goal because the goalpost. Well, one, the goalpost is always moving right now, and two, you don't even know if you'll have a field to play on next week with how rates are and how shippers and brokers. Well, I should say brokers are requiring different things now. Like if I went and got my authority right now, would I be able to get an inspection right away? DOT inspection? Probably not. I'm not going to get no DOT inspection. There's guys right now that are begging and asking for them, and they can't get them. So, can you imagine having going out, getting your authority and everything, and then going to try to start, running loads and not be able to sign any carrier packets or have a carrier packet to sign on to? You're pretty much, you're SOL. You got insurance payments, you got the truck payment maybe, you got a trailer payment maybe, and you can't do nothing. All right. And when I mean that's kind of like what I'm talking about when I mean, to look at the future of trucking. How do you even see a future in it? Like I would love to interview like the one guy I posted. I can't remember his name. I think his name was Matt. But the one guy I posted his video. He started out. He basically he didn't have a load. Wasn't able to secure a load. He got his authority. He wasn't able to secure a load for 2 weeks, two plus weeks after getting his authority. So that was 2+ weeks of not moving the truck, not making any revenue. And imagine having we'll say a $1,600 insurance payment that month. You're gonna have the insurance payment. Imagine having $1,000 or plus more truck payment, the trailer rental payment on top of that and everything. It's just like it's scary to think about that. Like if when I went to go get my authority, I called up brokers that I've talked to before, and worked with before, and they could not promise me a carrier packet. Their back office, their safety and compliance department, they said that I don't have more than 6 months in, or 6 months in. So to just go out there on a whim and start your authority right now it's mind-boggling that anybody would even attempt to do it right now. Let's see, cheap freight hauler. I got one inspection on my safer. It's going to fall off in a few months. Thinking of passing an open scale, hoping to get an inspection. I wonder what when they get inspection, cheap freight hauler. Do they mean a clean inspection, or do they mean just an inspection at all? Like, to be honest, if I was that desperate, I would be almost inclined to pull the light bulbs out of my clearance lights or something, or take the one of the trailer lights and let it hanging out or something like that. Because to have like just a small ding on your inspection to be able to get an inspection, it might mean the matter of working and not working for some of these guys. Let's see, 2-4. Had gravel trucks and plow trucks. Stress almost killed me in the end. Yeah, yeah, and like now, like just thinking about it, it's already getting my anxiety up. Like when I had two other drivers, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I spent a lot of money on other companies to do a lot of the legwork for me. Like I had a safety and compliance company that took care of the permits. Um, they would email me when, hey, it's, in 6 months, your trucks are going to need new insurance cards and this and stuff like that. When it would get closer and closer, they would email me and tell me, we're sending you new insurance cards, because they had all that information. It just, they had my insurance information and stuff. They could print out new cards and everything like that. And it was tremendous, like, to be able to do that. Like it was bad enough just trying to dispatch the guys myself and to do my own work and dispatch myself, but to have that safety and compliance company that I worked with, help out with stuff like that. It cost a decent amount, but it was well worth it in the end, because there would have been no way I could have remembered that stuff. I would have been getting, violations left and right. They also keep track of the maintenance too. That was nice too. They knew, because they had the ELD information. They knew when the trucks needed oil changes and stuff too. That's not the type of Music City. That's not the type of inspection they need. Well, I mean, I didn't know if they cared, because I mean, there's going to get guys that are going to get bad inspections once in a while. But I mean, like, for something like simple like a light, if it gets you inspected and keeps you working, I mean, maybe it's worth it. I don't think necessarily an inoperative light is going to raise your insurance rate. But then, then again, you never really can know anymore. Cheap freight hauler said just an inspection. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Because like I said, if you're to come in, like, imagine cheap freight hauler, it's probably hard for you to get inspected because you're in a brand new truck and you have a good authority. Like, especially if you have a pre-pass. Like, they're very inclined. They usually pick on older trucks. They pick on box trucks. Very rarely are they going to pull in a brand new truck, See, Toga, I have to go to sleep, folks. Nah, it's all right, Toga. Go to sleep. You don't need to stay up for this. Music City Transport. It's the DOT safety audits that counts, not the scale inspection on the equipment. Oh, they want to see safety audits. Well, geez, how the hell are you going to get a DOT safety audit? I don't ever remember anybody that asks. I thought it was the inspection on the equipment that they were looking at. 2-4 saying, see ya, Toga. See, that's what I was told by the, at least by the brokers I talked to. They were telling me it was the inspection on the equipment that they wanted to see. That they wanted to see that there were inspections to know that you actually had a truck and you were running. But I don't know. Like, who the hell wants to go through all that shit anymore? If you watch Snorlord and everything, there's brokers that are asking for pictures of seals, pictures of the truck, pictures of the trailer, pictures of the truck sitting out in front of those. Like, I've heard they wanted pictures of the damn truck out in front of the receiver and all kinds of weird crap like that anymore. Like, it's amazing it's gotten that bad, and without having any kind of law enforcement and get involved, or FBI, or, because technically it's interstate. I mean, it's intrastate commerce. It's federally regulated and everything. Like, the Fed should be all over that kind of nonsense. What was it that I watched the other day? So, or not watched, read. So Swifty was having trucks set on fire, and the FBI got involved and everything, and they actually like found, they figured out, they pinpointed it down to one guy. They even put a tracking beacon on him and everything, and they were able to find it. He was near all these. They were able to find out that he was near all these fires that were started, and they prosecuted him and everything. If they can do all that to find somebody setting Swifty trailers on fire, why can't they find these damn, these scammers? Why can't they find these carriers that are running? Like, there's carriers that are out here right now that they have one truck on insurance, and they print out the insurance card and they Photoshop the damn VIN numbers and shit. The damn trucks aren't actually covered on insurance and shit. And they're running around with like 5 or 6 or 10 or 15 trucks that don't have insurance on them. The Loves guy, the tanker guy, he's delivering fuel. He's got a fold out chair, like a reclining, like not a beach chair, but like one of those fold out like back patio chairs. He's just sitting there like this, letting the damn truck fill the tanks up, just relaxing. Let's see, Music City Transport. They do the one in the first 6 months when you're active, your authority. It's an audit of your drivers, piss pass. Oh yeah, I know that they try to do one within the first 6 months. See, I think COVID messed up mine because I didn't have one. I didn't ever even had one. Oh no, I had. They ended up emailing me, and I had to email them like some log books, some log information. I had to email them my drug custodian shit. But I don't know. I guess it really wasn't that much of a safety audit. You know what I mean? I guess like to be honest, they should have the state trooper show up at your place is what they should start doing again. Everybody has a tracking beacon on them nowadays. Yeah, well, I guess he had an older truck, so I don't think he had the ELDs, but technically they could just go through your ELD logs and find out where you were. I think they ended up using his cell phone data and a tracker because they ended up putting a tracker on his truck. I'm watching this on my tracker. Loves gives those drivers those chairs? What? That's funny. Shit. Let's see. Music City Transport. That's the one. Okay. Yeah. All right. See, I didn't know they wanted. I thought they wanted the. I thought they wanted the actual inspections for the trucks. That's what I always thought. But shit, we're going on almost 2 hours here. I only wanted to do this for maybe an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. But I don't know. I just came on here really to vent and to bitch. And to kind of like explain a little bit why the channel don't have any videos on it. Because like I said, I just I don't almost feel like I don't have the time or even the like I'm tired a lot. All right. So it's kind of shitty to come out here and just say that, but I mean it's the truth. All right. I always said when I was going to do this channel, I wouldn't keep anything down away or on the down low. Like to be honest, like I didn't want to tell you guys I ripped the freaking bumper off the truck and screwed the truck up, but hey, I did. I might as well say it. It's I always wanted to kind of keep like like actually show what's going on out here and stupid shit that I've done and that does happen, out here. And this is one of them. Like I'm tired all the time. I just simply don't feel like making videos or have the time to. Like I said, I wanted to vlog this trip, to be honest with you, but to have the load get screwed up right there in the beginning and to have to stay up and call like every 30 minutes or 45 minutes whether or not the load was done, I was just too tired to care. I like recorded maybe like I recorded like the first half. Like I was like, hey, what's up, YouTube? Please subscribe. We're going to here and doing this and that. Like I recorded that part, but after having to sit there for 5 or 6 hours, I just did not feel like filming or doing a vlog. And I also noticed that my vlogs are way too long, way too long. Like I need to get them down to like 35, 45 minutes or something. Not an hour and 15 minutes like my last one. But I don't know. We'll see where things are going to go with this channel. I might just come on this channel and start doing videos like this, just where I'm talking about some kind of topic or subject. I might try doing the podcast again. The big thing though is about getting people to come on the channel. Like I would really like to do like at least some kind of interviews, like that Matt guy. I would like to interview him. Just general people that are either making it or having a hard go of it. Just to give an insight, let them speak, and to give an insight on like how it is out there right now, like in reality. Not well, not no, not well. We know the channels. I'm not trying to bust on anybody. I watch for all the shit that I'm going to say it for all the shit that I've said that just trucking shows all the cool stuff and everything, and how guys get like. There are guys that are delusional that watch that and think that's how trucking's going to be. But for everything that he does, he does make good content, and he's a nice guy and everything. And he just has an exciting life. Like, what the hell am I going to film? Hey guys, Reefer Trucking here again. I just did a split sleeper berth, and I'm tired as shit. And I haven't got the load, and the load's late, and I'm gonna have to probably drive through like 6 hours of hardly having any sleep. It's just it doesn't make good content. And then I don't have all the toys and shit that he has. So like when you start trying to do vlog videos, you got to try to at least keep some kind of momentum going throughout the video. And what I find myself doing is halfway through the video or the vlog, I should say, I find myself like grasping at straws, trying to think of something that to talk about or to do that's exciting. And when I was doing flatbed was great. Flatbed, I could show load securement, I could show things, but just to sit on here and talk to the camera, especially when I'm tired, it just doesn't work out for me, man. It just I end up, like I said, repeating words and repeating things over and over again. No, I know how content's not horrible there, 2-4. Just I guess I have higher expectations, if you want to call it that. So, and I don't want to like bore people, is the big thing. But then again, I also don't want to make a fool of myself. Like I said, when I'm tired and I'm doing like vlogs, or when I'm talking about like a particular subject, you'll hear me like go a lot. You'll hear me say I'll do that a lot. And it's because I'm tired. I'm trying to concentrate on driving and kind of make some content. And it just I don't like watching the video because I always have to proof watch everything I do. And I'm like, man, would I sit here and listen to this guy for like good 20 minutes about this topic? Probably not. And that's kind of a little bit why some of the some of the content slowed way down, because I can't make the content that I feel is appropriate, if you want to call it that. Oh, let's see. Chief Ray Holler. I've taken 30 minutes to make a short before. Well, yeah, with editing and stuff, that too. Like I edit on my phone now. I don't even bother. I do have like editing software on my laptop. I don't even know why I bought the laptop now, because I don't even pull the laptop out hardly anymore. Maybe once in a while to play Xbox on it. But it just, man, when I used to edit on a laptop, I would sit there for, at least a good 2 hours to edit like a 45-minute to an hour long video, maybe 3 hours, especially if I was putting in a lot of pictures and shit. Because if you notice when I do my vlogs, or when I'm doing my monologue, I don't know if they're called monologue or whatever. When I'm talking about a particular topic, I like trying to put in pictures and what do you want to call it? Screenshots of like where I am and things like that, like from Google Maps and stuff. 2-4. I've watched a few of these trucking channels, and you're in there, so keep it up. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's mostly time constraints and being tired and stuff. That's really what's hurting my content right now. And when when you don't feel like sometimes I just don't feel like vlogging or doing anything. Like I feel like the load got screwed up really bad, or I'm too tired, and I don't know. Maybe I should put it out there, but I mean, mostly everybody already knows that trucking is like some guys are teetering on the edge of disaster right now. Like there's some guys that are really, like I've already sat here in truck stops like this here lately, and I've seen guys have like tension tantrums, like beat the shit out of their dashboard and their steering wheel and stuff. Um, the one guy, I could hear him because I guess the truck went into D-rate again, and he says like the third or fourth time this month, and he's like, I have no more goddamn money and stuff like that. And to sit there and to see that stuff, it's you want to try to blame, like truckers are usually one, like we're always, how can you put it, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, but to like watch it happen to so many people out here right now, it's disheartening. And that's a little bit what's happening right now to me. I'm just kind of like, I got a little bit of a disheartening feeling about trucking right now. I don't see a good future in it. I don't see a future to sometimes, to be honest, with the way technology is going and anything, I might not see a future in it at all. But that poor guy ain't got nowhere to park. Well, maybe he does. But to see that, but just to see the direction of where things are going for the single owner operator or the small fleet guy, it doesn't look good for some people starting out here. And I don't see it getting better in the future either. Like I said, with the new FMCSA rules, the insurance mandate, there's still that, nobody's really been talking about it, but still there's that insurance mandate that's hanging over everyone, that where they want to up the insurance to $5 million or something like that. Like I can't, insurance right now is already almost unattainable for a lot of guys, let alone, once the insurance mandate goes through. Um, it's gonna be it's gonna be almost like a nuke going off for the trucking community. It's gonna suck real bad, because I cannot imagine, like I can imagine, like if I'm already going to pay about $23,000 right now to start my authority for insurance, if that ends up going through, what's that going to jack the rate up to about another $5,000, $28,000 or something we're going to have, or 29. Oh man. Like I said, that's kind of like the little bit of disheartening of that I'm feeling right now, because my ultimate goal here, eventually within another year or two, is I'm debating. I'm thinking about maybe getting another truck and sticking a truck on here with Tyson and hiring a driver, or I'm thinking about getting my authority and letting it age here at Tyson, because I can get my authority and still run, like do what I'm doing now. And I would figure aging my authority might be good, but the problem is, like I said, money wise, I'll be it won't take much. I have more money going out. I wouldn't say more money going out than coming in, but I have a lot of man, I'm trying to think of the word. I have a lot of liabilities. All right. There's taxes that I owe, things that I screwed up before. Like for me to even talk about taxes, it's almost laughable. Like I cannot give any real tax advice, because everything that I did in the beginning, when I became an owner operator, practically, I listened to other old timers that talked about, well, you can get away with doing this, you can get away with claiming this, and it's caught up. It's caught up to me. So let's see. Steve's in the house. Sup, Jack Knife? Nothing. We're just we're having a breakdown, I guess you could say, just a talk about all the bad things in trucking and how I feel about it and how I don't feel there's a very good outlook, right now. And that technically that's my perspective. I mean, if you talk to if you talk to a good channel to watch is when F8 comes on. F8, he's killing it right now. Uh, Cheap Freight Hauler, he's killing it right now. He's got his truck paid off. But they have a better upbeat attitude and a better upbeat outlook of trucking right now. Let's see, Chief Freight Hauler, don't get your authority thinking you can age it where you're at. Well, I can use it like Chief Freight Hauler. I can actually act like have an active authority and run here and do the Tyson loads. And if I want to, I could run other stuff too. It's not like I wouldn't still be technically leased on. I would have to change my lease agreement it would be a different kind of agreement. It would be more like a broker kind of contractual agreement. I'd have to have a certain kind of insurance. I'd have to get trailer interchange insurance and everything. So like it would still be like legitimate. It wouldn't just be like having authority and still being leased on to somebody. You can't run for the IRS, and that's a fact. Yep. The boogeyman is going to get you no matter what. And I haven't exactly ran from them, but I definitely put them on the back burner, and it's catching up to me now. All right, like I've been they're being paid, but the IRS wants more money. They always want more money. And right now, I'm going to probably take care of it the right professional way that I should have took care of it a long time ago when I first got into this. And it's going to cost me a pretty penny. It's going to probably cost me about 10 grand to take care of it the right way. Let's see, Chief Freight Hauler. Now you're third in line for a load. You'll probably be fourth if you're trying to run for them for your authority. Now they're using Tyson trucks, then the contractor trucks, then owner operators. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right with that, Chief Freighter. I don't know. I haven't taught. There are a couple guys when I leased on here. There were a couple guys with their own authority that were in the same room. I should have got one of their numbers and just stayed with them and seen how they're doing. Steve, hey buddy. I'm different people. I'm a poor driver, but I'm my own CPA planner. If you ever wanted an attractive option, no, I got somebody right now to do. Well, technically it's a lawyer. All right, so I'm actually going to get an actual tax lawyer to take care of this crap, because you call those 1-800. Cut your taxes and whatnot. And most of those places, they just beat you around the bush. They take your money. They'll send a letter to the IRS, and that's it. Like, what I need is a legitimate tax lawyer, and that's what I'm basically getting. Chief Freight Hauler, I feel those 3 will get you loads before you got. Yep, one in your own authority. Yeah, you might be right. I do know Tyson's hired a lot of. Well, the real reason Tyson just couldn't get drivers there for a while, and now drivers are so easy to get because, well, there's a lot of owner operators that are going under. There's just a lot of companies that are going under. So Tyson has their own private fleet, and they have expanded. I have seen the new trucks come in and everything. The only thing I think that saves me a little bit is, I'm pretty sure the carrier that I'm running for has some kind of inside relationship with Tyson somehow. Kind of like how JB Hunt has a relationship with Walmart. I have the way this carrier acts and gets things from Tyson. I have kind of the same feeling that they have some kind of little bit of an inside relationship. That's the only good thing about this carrier. So I don't think that they would get rid of them like overnight. But I have the good loads that I used to get, definitely, the constant loads to like Henderson, Walmart, DC, and stuff like that, and I call them the triangle pattern. I don't really get the triangle pattern anymore, and I don't get the same loads over and over anymore like I used to. Steve, please don't be your own CPA. Get a professional, please, sir. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you have QuickBooks or such, or put it this way, I have a banking institution I use. It's everything's linked to the debit card. Everything's, it pretty much, you take pictures right after you get the receipt, it'll save it to that transaction and everything. If you have a system like that, you could be your own CPA if you know the write-offs. If you knew the write-offs and are able to deduct the write-offs for like the office, for having an office, your cell phones, the percentage of what do they call it, depreciation. If you're able to calculate that and everything, then yeah, you could do your own taxes. But for the most part, having a CPA that knows trucking really well, it's worth paying the $700 to $800 sometimes to have that shit done. Or you end up hiring a CPA that knows nothing about trucking, and you end up owing 3 times as much as you did the year before with the old CPA that knew at least a little bit about trucking. All right, and before he retired. But like I said, where I'm at, I kind of like using local people. I like being able to take the paper and the receipts and everything and take it right to the CPA, even though even though you already have the transactions and QuickBooks and everything. I like being able to talk to somebody or be there in person. But the problem is where I live, it's just, you pretty much, like, most of the good trucking CPAs I've seen, if you go on Google and you Google them, they're over in Jersey, and half of them don't, like, are very broken English. And I don't want to say they're good. They just know at least more than I know about the deductions and stuff. But you're going to have to go to, like, outside your state usually. Well, at least where I'm at, I had to go outside the state to find a decent trucking tax lawyer and whatnot. But I mean, in different places, like if you're in Texas, if you look up Texas for trucking CPA, you'll have a huge list. All right. The same thing with Illinois and everything. If you're in those certain states where trucking is like super viable, you're going to find those trucking services. If you're in Pennsylvania, like for me, even to find like reliable service and trucking mechanics, like where I live right now, is a pain in the ass. Most of them are hiring crackheads, like, for real. Like, the guys are hiring are like crackheads that can do some mechanical work, but I wouldn't let them touch this truck with a 10-foot pole. You know what I mean? Let's see, Steve. 3944 love to talk about that, but I got a stake on. I hit so hard, I'm afraid Barack and Hillary are going to demand to see my returns. Any advice? I'd love to hear it. No, I'm old. Let's see, Steve. No, I'm old. I do my own by hand. Okay. Let's see. Sad. It's insane. It's insane. You got to do your business taxes as an owner operator. Well, yeah, you got to do them. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I forgot, Stat. You're a company driver. I forgot. Shout out to Oakland, California. Yeah, MF Toga. Let's see. I never thought about that. Sounds like a pain. I mean, it's not really a pain. It's a pain if you, like, see, the the really last CPA really screwed me is she she did. I gave her all my taxes and everything. This was during COVID. I gave her my taxes and stuff, and pretty much what ended up happening is, well, she ended up screwing up a lot of people's because they're near the end. Well, one, I should have knew it was bad when I had to spray my tax documents down with Lysol. That was her instructions. I had to spray the documents down with Lysol first of all, and then stick them in her mailbox. I wasn't able to hand them to her personally. Wasn't able to meet her face to face like we did before, and she simply just ended up forgetting to do my taxes. Is really what happened. She got overloaded, and she she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot, and there's other people too because they ended up going in her they ended up posting reviews in her Google reviews. So I wasn't the only one that got screwed over by her, but and then I had to try to do them myself. You end up getting penalties and late fees. Quarterly taxes. I've been sending in quarterly taxes here lately, and it helps out a lot. Doing your quarterly, or at least sending in your quarterly payment is definitely the way to go. It's just not worth it not doing it anymore. Like, sure, you can do it all at the end of the year, but to have that giant payment at the end of the year, it's just, I don't know, it's a pain in the ass. Let's see, Sad, I know you had to do them. I just never really thought okay about it. Hey, what's up, David? Oh, nothing much. We're just going through all the blights of trucking right now. I'm talking about. Talking about my tax situation and shit, and the stupidity I put myself through. I guess I could also say that I have lots of business debt too. Well, no, technically the business credit card is just about paid off. I got about another $5,500 left of that. That was originally like a $30,000. Well, they knocked the credit down now too, but that originally was a $30,000 credit card debt. But yeah, it's shit. Just trucking is trucking now. It has its ups and its downs. But I'm going on over 2 hours, so I'm going to call it here. But thanks for everyone showing up. If you can, hit the like button on the way out. And I mean, if you're hurting right now in trucking, just know that you're not the only one. I'm doing a lot better than most guys. Like I hate talking about, or bitching about my truck payment or bitching about, the loads. But to be honest, there's guys that probably are not grossing more than $2,000 right now. And to go like when I had the drivers and everything, to go from making like on average, $6,000 to $8,000 a week, or more, to be honest with you, to go from something like that to having settlements that are like $8,000-9,000 to go into a settlement to where it's like $2,000, that hits home because you become accustomed to that. You start buying things, your wife starts expecting a certain lifestyle, and when you lose that business and that money, it's a big hit. It's a big hit on everything. All right, so it's just just good luck, everyone. I hope everyone's doing good and can make it through all this shit. So, see you, Steve. Yeah, this helps people. Yeah, I try. I don't know. I just try to put out. Try to put out my. How you want to see it? My my downfall. I guess not downfall, but my struggles. I try to put out my struggles in hopes that other guys that are struggling the same way, or even or just struggling altogether, know that there's other people out there that are struggling and that they're trying to make it through this. And the same thing too. I need to watch some videos where there's guys struggling. I understand that you're not out here all alone. You're not the only one that sees shit hitting the fan and sees where things are going, and there are other people understand that trucking's not as good as it was, that's for sure, or even before. Yeah, Sterling, make trucking work for you, don't work for trucking. And right now, Sterling, I'm working for trucking. If you know what I mean. Yeah, that's for sure. Like I said, Sterling, earlier, I don't know if you were here earlier or whatnot, but I don't have that. I don't have that trucker nostalgia. The nostalgia. You put the window down, you got your arm out, you're listening to, I don't know, whatever you're listening to, and you're just going down the road. The sun. You got your sunglasses on. The sun's out, and you just feel like you're laying down some miles and everything's good. I don't have that feeling anymore. Like I feel like I almost feel like I'm kind of trapped, and that trucking doesn't have anything good to offer anymore. Like it's going downhill in more ways than one. You know what I mean? So yeah. So all right, I'm gonna kill it here, or I'm gonna keep talking for like another 30 minutes. So you guys all have a good night now, and I guess keep on trucking. All right, Jackknife out.